morning and good evening, all of you. It's our 8th session of the International Talk Series hosted by Margika in collaboration with NIPID. Today, we are going to broaden its scope and by including topics of healing and support to the immediate family members and caregivers of the special needs children, individuals. So welcome to our speaker, Banafshe Sayyed.
Well, hello, Nina, and a warm hello to everybody on this in the conference who's attending today. I'm here in Topanga, California, on the land of the sacred land of the Tongva native people, and the sun is rising as I speak. So it's no longer very dark here when we started. To answer your question, for myself, I mean, I always danced. The earliest memories I have of myself is of dancing. But I also had another passion as far back as I can remember, and that was for finding my purpose for being in this world. I was interested to know who is this invisible force? What is this invisible force that I feel so much, but I cannot speak of, I cannot put in words. So a real passion for the divine was also what I was inspired by from the very beginning, as far back as I can remember. And these two passions came together over time. And then very obviously having a passion for why am I here? What is my purpose? And who is the divine that I feel so connected with? Naturally, what that led to was bringing a kind of form or doing a kind of dance that enlivened this connection, this deep connection with what animates us, the force behind the visible world, if you will. The force inside the visible world, the invisible dimension. So naturally that became a passion for help coming into wholeness myself and then helping others come into wholeness. I remember loving watching dance and dancing. I loved all kinds of dance forms. But as I matured, I also asked the question of, then what is the purpose of this dance? What is it serving? Is it primarily to entertain? Is it primarily to kind of make the audience become very impressed? And if that is the primary purpose, I'm not that interested in that kind of expression. I became more and more interested in a kind of expression and a kind of performance that was more of a ceremonial ritual, sort of going back to the ancient roots of dance that is so powerful, especially in India, as you know, and desiring, longing to have that expression be something that inspired people to find this deeper connection with the invisible source of life, with the divine and with their own essence.
And taking that idea of inclusion little further is what we are doing at Margika, which is including children, with children and individuals with special needs. They have the equal right to live, and enjoy the society, enjoy the world the way everybody else does. So that brings us to the topic of healing and healing through alternative therapies, and one of them, like, there are various art forms which help heal by consistent engagement with these art forms. And so we look at your dance form as also one of such sacred forms which can help in healing. So when we are talking about healing, I was wondering if first, I mean, we can start with uh, motion and emotion. Motion and I mean, can you speak anything to that? Does motion and emotion have something to do with each other, which makes it possible to use uh, I mean, which makes dance form effective as a healing tool?
Sure. So emotion, putting your emotions into movement, meaning not to repress what is coming up for you, but to actually put them into motion, to create with them. When one of the reasons we get very sick, one of the reasons we get ill, is because of pent up emotion that is not being expressed, that is not being seen, that is not being observed and understood. Because everything that we experience, all of the emotions that go through us, have a message for us that we are to uncover and to learn from as we're evolving human beings. So when we're able to connect with these emotions and put them into motion, dance them, if you will, and dance through them, then what is happening is, first of all, you're opening them up and you're understanding what is going on, and they can take you into a place of real deep introspection and then overcoming what was an impediment. So that's one aspect, and the other is that you can release them through moving, because some of them are just meant to come up and be released, expressed and released. So that's what I would say about emotion, putting emotions into motion. I have a background in Chinese medicine. I'm an acupuncturist and an herbalist, and in Chinese medicine, it's very clear that things need to move. So when we apply needles to a person who has an ailment, it is for one reason that needles are applied is for the body to open up and mobilize the healing abilities, but also to move energy. So when you move energy through dance, through qigong, or any other modality that is focused on that, on emotions, moving the energy, then real healing can happen, because things need to move. Things need to move, and sometimes if we're immobile, if we're not moving, then things get stuck. And I say this to everyone, even if someone is in a wheelchair, even if someone has very hard has challenges to move any part of your body that you can, but keep moving, keep yourself in motion, especially when a difficult situation, when you're faced with a difficult situation. Don't stay frozen.